matrimonial suits. Total start matrimonial suits. Now page number 88. Total 7 matrimonial suits है. एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू इम्पोर्टेंट, ये चैप्टर ही इम्पोर्टेंट है. लेकिन इसमें जो सी है सूट फॉर डाइवोर्स वो रिपीटेडली आस्क्ड रहता है बिकॉज उसमें बहुत सारे राउंड अबाउट 14 ग्राउंड्स है फॉर डाइवोर्स. एग्जाम में 2 मार्क्स के लिए या तो सिचुएशनल प्रॉब्लम में आता है, यहाँ पे पीरियड ऑफ लिमिटेशन, पीरियड ऑफ कमेंसमेंट सब कुछ इम्पोर्टेंट है. इसलिए आंसर को प्लीज ऑप्शन में मत डालना मैट्रिमोनियल सूट्स. ओके, now I will start with A, suit for nullity. When we talk about suit for nullity in Parsi laws, Parsi matrimonial suits, there is only one ground, that is non-consummation of marriage. Means agar due to natural reason if the marriage cannot be consummated, consummation matlab kya hai? Sexual intercourse between both these spouses, if it is not possible due to natural reasons, it is not at the liberty of either parties due to the natural reason के वजह से अगर marriage is not capable of being consummated, वहाँ पे either of the parties can make an application in the court for the nullity of marriage. Okay, so A deals with suit for nullity of marriage and यहाँ पे period of limitation बताया नहीं गया है क्या within how much period you can file that particular suit. Now in other suit for dissolution of marriage है या तो फिर divorce में सब जगह period of limitation specify किया गया है. But when we talk about suit for nullity वो exam में सिर्फ एक ही टाइम 2 marks के लिए आया है but still important. So only one ground for nullity of marriage is non-consummation of marriage because of natural reason. So a Parsi marriage can be declared to be null and void under the Act if consummation of the marriage is impossible due to natural cause. Underline that, very important. Either party to the marriage can approach the court in such a case. Both the spouses, like husband or wife, can approach court stating that the marriage has not been consummated. Now, as observed in an English case, consummation of marriage requires an act of sexual intercourse which is a natural and complete. Now, when a person is not able to consummate a marriage owing to natural causes, he can be said to be impotent. So, non-consummation of marriage because of impotency of either parties to the marriage results into the nullity of marriage. Physical impotency denotes malfunctioning of or a structural or medical defect in the sexual organs, as for instance an unusual large male organ or an abnormal small female organ. So exam में आप लोगों को लिखना है क्या due to non-consummation of marriage due to natural process, and नीचे जो case law दिया है आपको लिख देना. That's it for 2 marks. Next is suit for dissolution of marriage. Dissolution of marriage means marriage has come to an end. यहाँ पे reason is if the husband is not known, husband or wife is not known for a period of 7 years. And वो 7 years calculate ऐसे होंगे क्या if अगर से suppose husband 7 years के लिए पता नहीं कहाँ चला गया है, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं है कि हम डायरेक्टली कंस्ट्रूट कर सकते हैं क्या ही इज डेड. नो, अगर उसके कोई रिलेटिव्स है, उसके कोई फ्रेंड्स है जिसके थ्रू मुझे नॉर्मली उसके बारे में खबर मिल सकता था, बट अगर वो मुझे खबर नहीं मिल रहा है, देन द लॉ विल प्रिज्यूम दैट ही इज डेड एंड हियर द वाइफ कैन मेक एन एप्लीकेशन इन द कोर्ट से आस्किंग फॉर द ऑर्डर ऑफ डिसोल्यूशन ऑफ मैरिज. सो अंडर सेक्शन 31 ऑफ द एक्ट, if the husband or wife is continuously absent from his or her spouse for a period of 7 years and has not been heard of as being alive within that time by a person who would have naturally heard of him or her had he or she been alive, the marriage can be dissolved by the court. A continuous absence of 7 long years also arises raises a presumption under the Indian Evidence Act that such a person is likely to have died, and hence a Parsi marriage can be dissolved on this ground. Okay, so on this ground, basically, not known for a period of 7 years, and किसी भी known person के through वो husband या wife का कुछ खबर नहीं मिल रहा है, law presumes that person is dead, and here we can apply for dissolution of marriage. Next topic, suit for divorce, very important. 12 marks के लिए बहुत कम पूछा जाता है, but हाँ short notes के लिए पूछा जाता है. Now, first is willful non-consummation of marriage for 1 year. Nullity of marriage में natural cause होना चाहिए for non-consummation of marriage. But divorce के लिए non-consummation of marriage due to the willful restraint by either of the parties for 1 year. अगर शादी के suppose 2018 में शादी हुआ है, 19 तक के either of the spouse, husband या wife has resisted that I am not ready to consummate this marriage, there the other spouse has an option for filing a suit in the court for divorce. Any spouse can sue for divorce under the act on the ground that the marriage has not been consummated within 1 year. So यहाँ पे period mention is 1 year. Mark कर लो. Make it, underline it. After its solemnization, owing to the willful refusal of the defendant to consummate it. It has been held in English case that refusal to have sexual intercourse without the use of contraception does not amount to refusal to consummate a marriage. Means unprotected sex. यहाँ पे क्या हो जाएगा? This is not one of the grounds. The English court are, however, divided in their view on whether sexual intercourse following the method of coitus interruptus would amount to a refusal to consummate a marriage. So this is irrelevant from Indian point of view. Indian laws irrelevant है, आप skip कर सकते हो. बस first paragraph लिख देना. And next is, as seen earlier, if consummation of a Parsi marriage is not possible due to a natural cause, a suit for nullity can be filed by either party to the marriage. However, if one of the spouse willfully refuses to consummate the marriage, the other spouse can sue for divorce. So, natural cause है तो nullity of marriage में apply कर सकते. But अगर willful restraint है तो divorce का will form one of the ground for divorce. Important है, इसमें ingredients means answer में content क्या important is. First is willful restraint. Second is period 1 year from the date of solemnization of marriage. I'm repeating once again. Ingredient first is willful restraint to consummate the marriage. ठीक है. अभी say suppose शादी 2018 में हुआ है, but till 2019 either wife or husband says that I'm not ready to consummate the marriage, to have a sexual intercourse between two of them. So after the lapse of period of 1 year, other party can apply in the court for dissolution of marriage. Like marriage ties needs to be ended here because other party is not ready or showing taking any initiative to consummate, ये relation को आगे बढ़ाने. Next, unsoundness of mind at the time of marriage. Last lecture में हम लोगों ने देखा था, it is not requisite. Requisite of Parsi marriage का 4 condition देखा था हमने. Should not be related to each other, ceremonies, age of majority and monogamy. These are the requisite of Parsi marriages. वहाँ पे unsoundness of a mind पे यहाँ पे silent था. Means even a mentally unstable person can enter into this marriage. लेकिन यहाँ पे mention किया गया है, a suit for divorce can be filed on the ground that at the time of marriage the defendant was of unsound mind, provided, say suppose अगर husband is of unsound mind, wife can make an application in the court, provided that she has to prove that at the time of marriage she was ignorant of this fact that the husband was not mentally stable. And second is, period of limitation is, the plaintiff should have filed a suit within 3 years from the date of marriage. पहले वाले में जो है, that is willful non-consummation of marriage for 1 year. Period of limitation was 1 year. In this, unsoundness of mind, period of limitation is 3 years. Okay. Very often in such cases, the divorce petition is accompanied by application for a direction for the medical examination of the respondent. Okay. Wife stating that husband is not mentally sound. तो कोर्ट क्या कहेगी, क्या मेडिकल एग्जामिनेशन के लिए डॉक्टर का सर्टिफिकेट इज रिक्वायर्ड. नाउ husband cannot say that you are interfering with my right to privacy, Article 21 of Constitution of India, right to life and personal liberty. So you cannot get into my privacy and ask for medical certificate. क्यों? Because ये कोर्ट का ऑर्डर है and husband is bound to follow that order and उसको कोर्ट में मेडिकल सर्टिफिकेट प्रोड्यूस करना कंपलसरी है, मैंडेटरी है. अगर उसने नहीं किया तो he will be held liable for contempt of court और उसके लिए उसको पनिशमेंट मिलेगा, imprisonment and fine or either both of them. Okay, next is mental disorder. Now unsoundness of a mind जो फर्स्ट है, जो सेकेंड है, that should exist prior to marriage. लेकिन जो थर्ड पॉइंट है मेंटल डिसऑर्डर, वो शादी के बाद वाला ग्राउंड है. लाइक आफ्टर शादी सडनली हस्बैंड या वाइफ को किसी को मेंटल डिसऑर्डर हो जाता है, तो वहां पे रेमेडी क्या अवेलेबल है? A Parsi spouse can sue for divorce on the ground that the defendant has been incurable of unsound mind for a period of 2 years or more immediately preceding the filing of suit. यहाँ पे डेट ऑफ सोलमनाइजेशन ऑफ मैरिज नहीं बताया गया है. यहाँ पे बताया गया है कि फाइलिंग ऑफ सूट से 2 साल पहले से ही वो मेंटली ही वॉज इनक्योरेबल, ही वॉज इन सच ए सिचुएशन दैट उसका पागलपन क्योर नहीं कर सकते, और has been suffering continuous or intermittently from mental disorder of such a kind and to such an extent that the plaintiff cannot reasonably be expected to live with the defendant. And condition ऐसा है कि plaintiff cannot, and the condition is as such कि plaintiff cannot reside with the defendant. अगर वो उसके साथ में रहेगी तो उसके life and पर्सन को खतरा है. ही माइट अटैक her, he might kill her. So mental disorder जो clause है, that is applicable. Condition जो है, that is after marriage and period of limitation here is 2 years. Next, pregnancy of wife before marriage. यहाँ पे we need to consider one main important point is ये clause जो है, it does not deal with chastity or unchastity of a woman before marriage. A wife might have n number of relations before marriage, or she had an illegitimate child before marriage. Not applicable this clause. ये clause सिर्फ इतना कहता है कि at the time of solemnization of marriage, the wife was pregnant by someone else. वो बच्चा किसी और का है, and this particular lady is trying to, वो बच्चा ये हस्बैंड के ऊपर थोपने की कोशिश करी फ्रॉडुलेंटली. देन ओनली हस्बैंड जो जिसके साथ में शादी सोलमनाइज हो रही, ही हैज रेमेडी टू अप्लाई इन द कोर्ट फॉर डाइवोर्स एंड पीरियड ऑफ लिमिटेशन इज 2 years. 2 years बताना कंपलसरी है, बताना कंपलसरी नहीं. विद इन दैट पीरियड ऑफ 2 years ही कैन फाइल दैट पर्टिकुलर सूट फॉर डाइवोर्स. ऐसे नहीं हो सकता कि वो 5 साल बाद अचानक उसको पता चलेगा. नो, इट इज नेसेसरी to show that at the time of marriage, the wife was pregnant by someone else. Period of limitation here is 2 years. The husband can sue for divorce on the ground that wife. Yes, third.
Sorry, जो mental disorder है उसमें period of limitation क्या है?
2 years. नहीं 2 years नहीं है. Period of limitation 2 years नहीं. That is period of commencement. That is not period of limitation. Thank you. And sorry. It is not period of limitation, that is period of commencement. मतलब उसके बाद ही आप सूट फाइल कर सकते हो. Next, pregnancy of the wife before marriage. The husband can sue for divorce on the ground that the wife was at the time of marriage pregnant by some person other than the husband, provided that he was ignorant of the fact that the wife is pregnant at the time of marriage. Second, the suit has been filed within 2 years of the date of marriage. Within 2 years of the marriage. Third is marital intercourse between the party has not taken place after the husband came to know about the fact. The moment अगर marital relation establish हो जाते हैं तो यहाँ पे क्या होता है? The marriage is been consummated. But this ground will stand not applicable provided that husband and wife लोगों का शादी should not be consummated. He is aware of the fact that the child is someone else's and the matter has to be filed in the court within 2 years of the date of marriage. Next page. The three conditions mentioned above are cumulative in nature. Cumulative in nature means back to back होना चाहिए because the moment husband is ignorant of the fact, he is silent because उसको पता नहीं है. But लेकिन जब उसको उसके बाद में पता उसके बाद में 2 years तक के he can file a suit and then no relation should establish between them. Already, that is, all of them must be fulfilled before a suit of divorce is filed on this ground. Means ये सारे incident precondition है that should take place before the filing of divorce petition. अगर उससे पहले अगर कुछ भी एक भी clause struck down हो जाता है means husband की तरफ से marriage has been consummated तो मतलब उसने वो wife को accept कर लिया है. Or else, if he is aware of the fact that the child belongs to someone else and फिर भी उसने शादी किया है means उसने voluntarily वो baby को भी accept किया है. So, the rationale underlying this condition is obvious. As far as clause A is concerned, if the husband was aware of the fact at the time of marriage, it is clear that he had decided to marry a pregnant girl and he should not be allowed to complain later. B. And clause B ensures time action on the part of the husband, whereas clause C ensures that he has not condoned her conduct or rather her misconduct. So all these 3 points compulsory to take place before filing the suit of divorce. Next paragraph में the concept of pre-marriage pregnancy affecting matrimonial harmony has been borrowed from the English law, which however makes such a marriage voidable at the opinion of the husband. Voidable marriage मतलब क्या रहता है आप लोगों को मोमेडन लॉ में श्वेता मैम ने एक्सप्लेन किया होगा. मैरिज का 3 टाइप्स होते हैं, void, voidable and void ab initio. Void means totally नहीं है, wrong marriage है. Voidable means it is at the liberty of the party to declare to accept that marriage or give up that marriage. That is voidable. अभी यहाँ पे लिखा है voidable at the opinion of the husband. Okay, the moment husband accepts that child, knowing that the child is not his, वो शादी क्या हो जाएगा? It will become he is accepting that child. तो marriage he is accepting that particular relation. Void ab initio means बाइगैमी का हम लोगों ने अभी लास्ट लेक्चर में देखा है. Bigamous marriages are void ab initio means from the very beginning it is illegal marriage. The origin of this rule seems to be that concealment of such a pregnancy is a special case of fraud committed by the wife under Hindu Marriage Act, and the Special Marriage Act. The wife's pregnancy by another man at the time of marriage makes the marriage voidable at the opinion of the husband, who can apply to the court to have the marriage declared null and void. However, under the Parsi Marriage and Divorce Act as seen above, it is a ground for divorce and not for nullity of marriage. So यहाँ पे it is a ground for divorce when the wife is pregnant with someone else's child. It is to be noted that the Act speaks of pre-marriage pregnancy and not pre-marriage unchastity. The wife might have been unchaste before the marriage, she might have gone through an abortion or might have delivered an illegitimate child. However, these facts do not entitle the husband to sue for divorce. What the law seems to have in mind is not pre-marriage immorality or unchastity, just immorality or unchastity, but an attempt to hoist another man's child on the husband. So, even if the wife was unchaste before marriage, irrelevant. Even if she delivered an illegitimate child, irrelevant. What is important is at the time of marriage, you should not be pregnant with someone else's child. In one case, a wife delivered a normal child after 203 days from the date of marriage, and it was shown that the husband had no access to her before the marriage. The court concluded that she was pregnant at the time of marriage, and since this fact was received from the husband, he was entitled to matrimonial means. On this ground that wife was already pregnant from her child, कोर्ट ने किसके फेवर में जजमेंट दिया? हस्बैंड के फेवर में जजमेंट. नेक्स्ट, adultery. Adultery may be period of limitation given 2 years.
मैम आपकी आवाज स्लो आ रही है.
Okay. So period of limitation in adultery is 2 years. It states that a party to Parsi marriage can sue for divorce on the ground that the defendant has, after the date of marriage, committed adultery, means sexual intercourse with another married woman. Fornication means, यहाँ पे next page पे दिया है, voluntary sexual intercourse between two persons who are not married to each other. They are not married to each other but having an illegal relation. Next, bigamy, doshadi, rape means forceful sex, and then unnatural offense means sodomy, having an anal sex kind of with a man, woman or animal. So a suit for divorce on this ground must be filed within 2 years. Period of limitation 2 years यहाँ पे बताया गया है. From the date on which the plaintiff came to know about this act. Okay, very important. The moment plaintiff comes to know about that act, तभी से period of limitation start होगा, ना कि period of limitation when the act was actually committed. हालांकि वो act 2 साल पहले commit हुआ रहेगा, but wife को जब भी पता चला, तो from that particular time, period of limitation will start. Moreover, when the suit is filed on the ground of adultery, unless the court otherwise order, the person with whom the adultery is alleged to have been committed must be joined in the suit as a co-defendant. The person with whom adultery is alleged to have been committed must be joined in suit as a co-defendant. Means, अगर wife ने किसी और के साथ में अगर adultery commit किया है, या तो husband ने किसी और के साथ adultery commit किया है, तो उसको क्या co-defendant हमें सामने पार्टी इसको बनाने compulsory है, इसको बनाना पड़ेगा. When such a suit is filed by the husband, the adulterer may be ordered by the court to pay the whole or any part of the cost of proceeding. तो वाइफ के बॉयफ्रेंड को बोलना पड़ेगा, भाई तू आके पूरा एक्सपेंसेस इंकर कर प्रोसीडिंग का, जो भी कॉस्ट है लिटिगेशन का, ऑल द कॉस्ट हैज टू बी इंकर्ड बाय दैट पर्टिकुलर बॉयफ्रेंड. ओके, पीरियड ऑफ लिमिटेशन हियर इज 2 years. एंड डेफिनेशन, थोड़ा सा ट्राई एंड स्टिक टू दिस डेफिनेशन. एडल्ट्री, फोर्निकेशन, बाइगैमी, रेप एंड अननेचुरल ऑफेंस. अपने मन मुताबिक डेफिनेशन मत लिखना, उसको एलाबोरेट मत करना. Don't show your creativity here. Pages मत बढ़ाना. Next, cruelty. Cruelty also important. A party to a Parsi marriage can sue for divorce on the ground that after the solemnization of marriage, the defendant has treated the plaintiff with cruelty. यहाँ पे एक चीज ध्यान रखने की जरूरत है कि सिर्फ वाइफ की हस्बैंड के अगेंस्ट cruelty फाइल नहीं कर सकते. Even husband can file for divorce under the clause of cruelty against the wife. D. Has been behaved in such a manner as to render it improper in the judgment of the court to compel the plaintiff to live with the defendant. And his act ऐसा है क्या plaintiff defendant के साथ बिल्कुल ही नहीं रह सकता या रह सकती because of that cruelty. Cruelty can be anything. Mental cruelty हो सकती है, physical cruelty हो सकती है. Physical cruelty में grievous thought, जो last लेक्चर में हम लोगों ने डेफिनेशंस देखा है, impairing person by vision, hearing ability, या कोई joint है या कोई muscle power. When such a suit is filed on this ground, it is in the discretion of the court to pass either a decree for divorce or a decree of judicial separation. Last lecture में discussion already हो चुका है. What is judicial separation? That is 6 months of breathing period court देती है husband and wife को to live separate. यहाँ पे they are released from their rights and obligation, matrimonial rights and obligation, but until they are husband and wife in the eye of law. The word cruelty, when used in matrimonial legislation, must be understood to mean cruelty in a legal sense. It need not necessarily involve physical violence. It may consist in a course of harsh conduct pursued by one spouse against the other and even towards the children. So even misbehavior against the children will amount to cruelty, and either of the spouse has remedy here. The concept of cruelty has been discussed earlier in the book, like Divorce Act, जो हम लोग next might be lectures में देखेंगे, to which a reference may be made. Several cases arising under different personal matrimonial law have discussed as to what amounts and what does not amount to cruelty. However, the Bombay High Court has cautioned that notion of cruelty under the Hindu Marriage Act cannot be imported into the Parsi matrimonial laws. तो बॉम्बे हाई कोर्ट ने एक क्लियर डिस्टिंक्शन बताया है, क्या हिंदू लॉ में जो क्रूएल्टी है वो पारसी लॉ में हमें कोशिश करना है, क्या उसको इंक्लूड नहीं करना, दोनों को कंबाइन नहीं करना है. पारसी में जो क्रूएल्टी अलग है, हिंदू लॉ में क्रूएल्टी अलग है. लेट्स नॉट कंबाइन देयर. ओके, क्रूएल्टी में पीरियड ऑफ लिमिटेशन नहीं दिया गया है, बट अंडर लिमिटेशन एक्ट इट इज बिलीव इफ हर्षिल अगर है तो वो आपको बताएगी कि पीरियड ऑफ लिमिटेशन रन्स फॉर 3 years from the date of cause of an action. Next, 6. Causing grievous hurt, inflicting venereal disease, or forcing the wife into prostitution. So these are the grounds. नीचे लिखा है उसमें पीरियड ऑफ लिमिटेशन इज 2 years. I'll read it out. Causing grievous hurt, डेफिनेशन देखा है, विजन, हियरिंग, जॉइंट मूवमेंट, डिसेबल हो जाता है परमानेंटली और टेम्परेरी. A suit for divorce can be filed on the ground that the defendant after the marriage has caused grievous hurt to plaintiff, has infected the plaintiff with venereal disease, but the defendant is the husband, has compelled the wife to submit herself to prostitution. Clause A and B is applicable to both husband and wife, whereas clause C is applicable only to wife, जहाँ पे where she's being forced by her husband to, submit herself to prostitution. As seen earlier, the term
It can be other way around also, na?
Sorry?
It can be other way around also.
कौन सा सब क्लॉज में?
C में the wife is forcing the husband to get into prostitution.
हाँ, हो सकता है, बट यहाँ पे मेंशन किया गया है where the defendant is husband, Verma has compelled the wife to submit herself to prostitution. यहाँ पे स्पेसिफिक मेंशन किया गया कि husband is forcing wife into prostitution. But यहाँ पे specific word is mentioned that husband is forcing wife into prostitution. So we'll stick to this husband and wife color scene. Obviously, either ways भी होता है.
Inequality.
हर्षिल law है.
But then otherwise in any other law also this is not there.
Sorry, otherwise
In any other law also, whether it is Hindu, Muslim or Christian also, the other way is also not proved or is allowed. They have not mentioned anything such. There is no remedy for a husband if he has been forced by the wife.
Exactly.
हस्बैंड को बोला तो भाई कर लो, तो उसको बोला है कर लेने का. वाइफ के ऊपर सब कुछ दिया हुआ है.
तो you have this point number 6. You have this point number 6 that is cruelty. Cruelty में वो सब include कर सकते. Next, as seen earlier, the term grievous hurt has been defined as, नीचे पूरा definition है. Please read that definition जो already हमारा हो चुका है. However, no relief can be granted by the court on this ground if the suit has been filed for more than 2 years after the infliction of the grievous hurt, or after the plaintiff came to know about the infection, or after the last act of compulsory prostitution. So आप लोगों का point जो है आप लोग कोर्ट में writ petition कर देना. Violation of Article 14, that is equality before law, equal protection of law amendment, please introduce करो, but please पारसी law में मत करना, जो करना अपने respective personal laws में करना. Apart from that, next is 8. imprisonment of a spouse for 7 years or more. Either the spouse को 7 साल के ज्यादा सजा हो चुकी है, तो दूसरा spouse जो है, he or she will have to deal with all those humiliation, embarrassing situation. So rather than continuing that marriage, other spouse has a liberty to apply in the court for divorce. So either spouse of a Parsi marriage can sue for divorce on the ground that the defendant is undergoing a sentence of imprisonment for 7 years or more. Provided period of commencement start होगा तभी ही जब जो जेल में है उसने 1 साल की सजा ऑलरेडी काट चुकी हो. टोटल मीन्स 7 years और more than 7 years का imprisonment punishment मिलता है. 1 साल की सजा ऑलरेडी उसने जेल में बिता दी है. Then only the other spouse has remedy to apply in court for divorce. The rationale behind this ground of divorce is obvious. Cohabitation between the spouses stand disrupted for a long period of several years. In addition to the fact that the innocent spouse would find it more embarrassing to be dubbed as the wife or the husband of the prisoner. शर्मनाक बात होगी जब कैदी की पत्नी है या पति है. तो यहाँ पे रेमेडीज अवेलेबल, शादी को खत्म कर दो. So, similar provision exists in Special Marriage Act, Dissolution of Muslim Marriage. However, there is no analogous provisions in the Hindu Marriage and the Divorce Act. So, next is desertion. Desertion, it is not desertation. वो project वाला desertation नहीं है, वो desertion, वो रेती वाला नहीं है. To be more clear, because when I was in LLB, एक बच्चा जो कॉलेज में कभी रेगुलर नहीं था, एक दिन कॉलेज में आया और उस वक्त हमारी मधुरा मैम वाज टीचिंग अस. व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय डेजर्शन? तो बच्चा बोलता है वो जो रेगिस्तान में जो सैंड ड्यून्स फॉर्म होते हैं उसको डेजर्शन कहते हैं. तो प्लीज ऐसा वाहियात आंसर पेपर में मत लिखना. सो डेजर्शन मीन्स विदाउट द कंसेंट ऑफ अदर स्पाउस, एक स्पाउस के घर से, उसके लाइफ से छोड़ के वो बाहर चले जाती है, एंड फॉर अ पीरियड ऑफ 2 years. यहाँ पे period of limitation, it is
ma'am, sorry.
Yes?
Sorry, can you stop it, because I think the meeting will end, so I think we start in the another meeting this point. Let's start in another meeting.
कितना अभी stop होने वाला है? Of commencement, neither period of limitation. This is that period जहाँ पे wife और husband ने दूसरे को छोड़ के चले गई है. So desertion of the plaintiff by the defendant for a period of at least 2 years. Separation period है वो 2 years is also a ground for divorce under the act as seen earlier. Desertion means that one party has deserted the other party to the marriage without reasonable cause and without the consent or against the will of such other party. So without the consent, without the will of other party, and period should be 2 years, for a period of at least 2 years. The Bombay High Court has held that withdrawal of a spouse from the marital home does not itself constitute desertion by the spouse. In every case, if it is the spouse who by his or her conducting cohabitation, when computing the period of 2 years of desertion. The concept of desertion includes constructive desertion and has been discussed earlier, to which reference may be made. Now, constructive desertion means क्या होता है? Where one party instigates other party to leave him or her. Torture होगा, grievous hurt होगा, cruelty होगा. इस वजह से अगर दूसरा spouse पहले वाले spouse को छोड़ के चला जाता है, so here the second spouse should not be held liable for desertion. यहाँ पे the first spouse would be held liable for constructive desertion because he voluntarily instigated the second spouse to leave him or her and go. So यहाँ पे period of commencement और period of limitation नहीं दिया गया है, यहाँ पे separation period दिया गया है, that is 2 years. Next, order of maintenance. Order of maintenance. A suit for divorce can be filed under the Act on the ground that an order has been passed against the defendant by a magistrate awarding maintenance to the plaintiff and the parties had not had marital intercourse for 1 year or more since the date of such decree. Means order of maintenance हो चुका है किसके फेवर में, plaintiff के फेवर में against the defendant. But order of maintenance के बाद भी 1 साल तक there is no physical relation between both of them. तो यहाँ पे plaintiff or a defendant can make an application in the court for divorce. So 1 year.
Ma'am,
is
have
not,
a question.
Yes.
Ma'am, have a question. This maintenance and under the Parsi Act is only possible which is after the divorce. उसके पहले मेंटेनेंस कैसे मांगेंगे? मुस्लिम लॉ में तो मेंटेनेंस पहले मांग सकते.
Yes, why cannot during the proceedings is going on in the court? मैंने कल explain किया था. Pendant light means while the proceeding is already going on in the court.
Okay, the interim maintenance which is
Yes,
going on.
interim maintenance. तो यहाँ पे अगर कोर्ट ने interim maintenance already provide कर चुकी है, but there is no physical intercourse between the husband and the wife. तो यहाँ पे either party can apply in court for the degree of divorce. Next, conversion. Conversion 2 marks के लिए आ सकता है. यहाँ पे just giving up Parsi religion is not important. यहाँ पे prove करना पड़ेगा that the either spouse has converted into other religion. So if I say that I'm not going to follow this Parsi religion anymore is not sufficient ground for my spouse to prove in the court that I have converted into other religion. Main point is that सामने वाले को prove करना पड़ेगा कि मैं दूसरे religion में convert हो गई. If one spouse has ceased to be Parsi by conversion to another religion, the other spouse can sue for divorce, provided she filed a suit within a period of 2 years. So यहाँ पे period of limitation is 2 years from the time of his or knowledge of this fact. Earlier, merely ceasing to be Parsi was a good ground of divorce under the Act. However, after the amendment of 1988, it is not enough. The person ceasing to be Parsi must be shown to have converted to some other religion. So यहाँ पे important factor है कि बस ceasing to be Parsi is not enough. Compulsory ये है कि I should get converted into other religion. Some positive evidence should be adduced before the court to show that the respondent has given up the Parsi religion and has converted to another religion. A mere doubt, underline that, a mere doubt or suspicion of the plaintiff in this regard is not sufficient. अगर मैं कोर्ट में जाके बोलूं शायद वो कोई और रिलीजन में कन्वर्ट हो गया तो कोर्ट एक्सेप्ट नहीं करेगी. कोर्ट क्या बोलेगी? पहला एविडेंस दो. तो mere doubt or suspicion is not enough. Concrete evidence देना compulsory है. And then period of limitation is 2 years from the date of knowledge. Next is non-resumption of cohabitation of the degree of judicial separation. कोर्ट ने judicial separation का order दे दिया. 6 months दोनों एक दूसरे के साथ में, they're not residing, they don't have physical relation, anything. They are free from marital obligation and duties and rights, whatever. But still they exist husband and wife in the eye of law. But period of separation जो है judicial separation 6 months है. और अगर उसके बाद में भी husband and wife are not coming together, living together, having a physical relation, तो यहाँ पे either spouse has a remedy for degree of divorce. If a degree of judicial separation has been passed in a proceeding filed by one spouse against the other and there has been no resumption of cohabitation for a period of 1 year or more. So 1 year is the period of separation. After the decree was passed, either spouse can file a suit for divorce. Although this ground for divorce was introduced by 1988 amendment, it is irrelevant whether the marriage was solemnized before or after the said date. This ground and how amendment of 1988 has a retrospective effect, not only just a prospective. Prospective मतलब 1988 के बाद जितनी शादी होगी ये लॉ उन लोगों को एप्लीकेबल नहीं होगा. जो शादी से पहले सोलमनाइज हो चुके हैं ये लॉ उन लोगों को भी एप्लीकेबल है. So this ground of divorce is a simple and relatively straightforward ground in the sense that if the above conditions are seen to exist, the court has no alternative but to pass a decree of divorce. Normally judicial separation क्यों दिया जाता है भाई? 6 months के लिए husband and wife को अलग करके रखते हैं, देखो क्या दोनों एक दूसरे के बगैर जी सकते हैं क्या? नहीं. But still, if they are happy in their own respective lives, they are not ready to come and stay together. तो कोर्ट क्या बोलेगी? बड़ा बाबा बेटर है कि आप लोग अलग ही हो जाओ. And decree for divorce is being granted by the court. However, no decree for divorce can be passed on this ground if the plaintiff has failed or neglect to comply with an order of maintenance passed against him under Section 40 of the Parsi Marriage and Divorce Act, under Section 488 of the CRP. This is irrelevant from this point. जो ऊपर का पैराग्राफ दिया गया उतना लिखो. That's next. No restitution of conjugal right after the decree for restitution of conjugal right.
This can be actually a contempt, right?
See,
Non-restitution of conjugal right.